Over the last year, independent living services have been thinking about how we support people currently using our services to take part in volunteering. We've also been thinking about how we can use volunteers from the wider community to support our services. Volunteers add value to our services in many different ways. People who choose to come and volunteer with us will have a range of options and will be able to work with individual people we support, doing things such as supporting groups, supporting people to go out independently, working one-to-one and supporting people with their individual plans. There are different ways in which independent living services supports volunteering. The volunteer steering group is made up of people supported by independent living services. The group meets regularly and they help us to decide how best to use our volunteers, how to best support our volunteers and how to plan future volunteering projects. Jackie and Chris are volunteers from the wider community and are currently working in the Charter Daytime Support Service. Oxford Employment Services are part of Independent Living Services and we work together to provide long-term volunteer to work placements. John is supported by Independent Living Services to volunteer for a local community group as part of his support plan. The role of the steering group is to bring direction to the way that Independent Living Services values and supports volunteers.
I'd like to meet up with Joan and the others for the steering group.
I had with me between pups.
I support people with learning difficulties at the Charter.
I volunteer at the Charter Day Services in Abingdon.
As a volunteer, I can give one-to-one support, particularly to one lady. She doesn't respond usually, but I can sit down and talk to her, and I know just by sort of her body movement that she appreciates the fact that somebody's spending time one-to-one with her.
Hi Richard.
I volunteer at Oxfordshire County Council in a department called Shared Lives, which is a department of social work. I've been out with an illness for about a year and I wanted to get back into working world and to get my experience back in the office environment, which is what the placement has allowed me to do. So not only do I have a reference, I have something to put on my CV, which will stand me in good stead when I hopefully go for another job.
When I first became a volunteer in my first week, the team were really supportive, and if I had any questions I could go with them, and they were really supportive and they helped me through the first couple of weeks in the role.
The people I work with, they are very helpful and they're very polite. It makes me feel happy that you're doing that and you're out and about and not stuck in the building.
If you would like more information about the support we can give you to become a volunteer, including our Volunteer to Work project run with Oxfordshire Employment Service, or if you'd like to know more about becoming a volunteer in Independent Living Services, you can contact us by email or telephone. You can find out more about the services we offer by visiting our web pages.
Why do I volunteer? Well, basically I enjoy it.
If somebody wanted to become a volunteer, I would say to them to come and have a try and give it a go.